Polygamy is deemed immoral by Christian standards according to the Bible, although some people in the Bible had more than one wife. Polygamy is also outlawed in every state of the United States of America, but this has not stopped people from practicing it. Some people argue that it is more natural for a man to marry multiple women and monogamy is unnatural. And this is why you see so many people unhappy, because being tied down to one person is irrational and takes the spice of variety out of your life. This makes me raise the question: polygamy, would you try it? Well, put the kids to bed and let's talk about it.
I got a problem. I got a problem. I got a wife and I got a woman too, and I don't know what to do. I've been wondering what to do. I got two women that keep me so confused. One bring me up and the other one let me down. I need the two of them to keep my feet on solid ground. I'm sleeping into bed. I gotta make it good to keep one step ahead. I'm trapped. I'm caught up in the middle of a two-way love affair. I'm trapped. I'm caught up in the middle of a two-way love affair.
I'm your host, The Rebuttal. Welcome to the podcast, Put the Kids to Bed and Let's Talk. This is a podcast built to inform, challenge, and bring light to many different perspectives. So as we get started, make sure you're comfortable, ready to listen. Don't forget your snack, kick back, and let's talk. Welcome to the podcast, Put the Kids to Bed and Let's Talk. I got some special guests here with me tonight. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, my name is Jason Washington. I'm 35 years old. I'm from Mississippi.
You black.
Right, and I'm... My bad.
Nah, you good.
Anyway, I'm B. I'm 34. I'm from Mississippi, and I am also black.
Cool. So, before we get into the subject, I'm going to ask y'all some general questions, and then we'll move right into the subject. And so starting off, what is y'all sexuality?
Straight, heterosexual.
Yeah.
Heterosexual.
It's pretty obvious, right? Just had to ask. Okay.
I was like, is that a trick question?
Is that a trick question?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you mind sharing your religious stance? Like, are you Christian, Muslim, or something else?
Christian.
We're both Christian.
Christians. Okay. And does being Christian impact how y'all run y'all marriage?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. So, getting into the subject, polygamy. Now, I know that y'all are married, but have y'all ever thought, or like, I mean, I'm sure y'all know what polygamy is, but would y'all try it?
You want me to take? You want me to start out with this?
If you want. It don't matter.
I can. No, I never wanted to try it.
Never wanted to try. Okay. And what about you, B?
All right. So I would say it's never really crossed my mind that much either. Like I've seen other people. I mean, of course, I've seen it. Like I've seen other people do it or seen it on TV, mainly on TV.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
about
even
to
think I
say,
know.
if you've seen
I don't even
somebody
think
that's
I know
interesting.
any. Yeah, I don't even think I know anybody in real life who practices that either.
Yeah.
But I think I mainly seen it on TV. And even when I have seen it on TV, it just never interested me.
Okay. And do you know that there are different forms of polygamy?
To be honest, I don't know a whole lot about polygamy. I ain't even gonna front. I don't know very much about that community or that culture or that lifestyle.
At all. Huh? So you got the polygamy. Well, polygamy is like the overall term, but then you
Right.
have one section that where the men has multiple wives. That's one, and then you have another one where a woman has multiple husbands. And then you also have one where you have group marriage, where like different married couples come together and share each other.
Nah, there's too much drama for me. For me personally, I'm not knocking on what somebody else do. I'm just saying one husband is enough. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like dealing, and it ain't even for me. It ain't even just the sex part of it, right?
Okay.
It don't have nothing to do with it. I'm a millennial. I be struggling trying to figure out this one relationship. I don't feel like trying to juggle 2 or 3 relationships.
Hmm.
Like, and I mean, for other people, maybe they have, whatever their reasoning is behind why that lifestyle or culture or community works for them. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just like, for me, I'm good to figure out this one man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spend my time and energy trying to figure out and juggle multiple men.
Okay.
But the other side of that is I've never been in a relationship with another man either.
So the man that you are married with right now is the only man you've been with.
Yes.
Is that true for you too, Jason?
Yes, that's true for me too.
Wow.
She's the first woman I've ever been with,
Oh,
and you- yeah, all of her views that she had about multiple husbands, I feel the same way about multiple wives. I feel like one is just enough, just the right amount. So
yeah. And
yeah,
what makes you feel like it would be hard to deal with multiple women?
it's like okay to some kid, like some guys who are younger. When you're first starting to have feelings for like girls and you want to date, like you kind of have a thought about, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I can be with like multiple women? But to really be mature and to
Mm-hmm.
really get like when you're at an age where you're more like wise, that's a whole lot to really juggle,
Okay.
having to like split your time with multiple ladies, and that's a lot.
Okay. So you looking at it like you wouldn't be able to give them like the proper amount of attention and balance
Yeah,
that.
that's I feel like that would be like that would always. I feel like that could be a potential issue on a consistent basis, even if they like if all of them are on the same page with wanting to do it. I
Yeah.
feel like that opens up a lot for drama, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see the drama. I definitely could see it being a lot of drama. Would you be would you be a brother husband?
Would I be a what?
A brother husband.
So like if I had multiple,
Now
you
they
would be
say
one of you
sister
would be one
wives
of
for
my husbands.
the
Oh no, no, nah. I ain't got no time for that.
yeah, that's why
Like,
that'll be
nah, I'm
crazy
not
to me
doing
too,
that.
man. That would be crazy to me.
No, man, that's weird. Like three of us, 4 of us in one room for one chick. Man, that's odd.
But I will say this. I'll make this comment about the polygamy thing. Now, my view on polygamy does not have anything to do with whether or not I feel like I'm capable of loving multiple people at one time, right? I don't know if I'm capable of loving multiple people at one time. I never tried it. I don't know. I'm sure I probably could if I tried. But the thing is, I just don't want to.
Okay, because that was a question. Since you brought it up, we can dive into that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you said that you could though. Like, why do you feel like you could?
I'm saying I don't know because I've just never explored it. Like, I mean, just like you can love multiple people. You love your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your friend. Like,
oh, okay.
There's
so
love
like
to spread. There's love to spread around in multiple ways. So if I can love my different family members in different ways, in different capacities, I'm sure I could be capable of loving multiple men or whatever. But I choose to give my love to one person. It's a choice.
So do you think you could be in love with two people? Or do you look at that as the same thing, loving and being in love? Do you look at that as being the same thing?
I don't think loving someone and being in love with someone is the same thing. Okay. And to be honest, once again, I don't know I'm sure I could be capable of being in love with two people at the same time. Okay. It's just never happened to me. I just never had that experience.
Okay.
Like, I seen stuff on TV or whatever, I got to choose between this dude and that dude,
Yeah.
And you know how they had the TV shows and the sitcoms and stuff. It's like, well, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Like, it sound like that Lauryn Hill trick.
Oh, yeah, for the girls. I remember that. Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah. So it's like I don't want to say that I'm not capable of it because I don't know. I mean, love is so multi-dimensional. Love has a lot of different components to it, a lot of different factors to it.
Yeah.
And so I can't say, I think for me and our relationship, it was that another dude never came along for me.
What does that mean? What you mean by that?
Like if me and Jason were having an argument or we were getting to a point where we were going to break up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like another dude never came into my path where I could question, can I love somebody else?
Oh, like, okay, like somebody you could like talk to when you mad at him or when you was mad at him?
Yeah, like, or getting emotionally connected. Yeah, like getting emotionally connected to somebody. Like, I just never had another dude even come across my path.
Okay. What about you? Oh, my bad. Keep going. I ain't mean that.
No, I was just going to say, so I just literally never had an opportunity to ever find out or explore that out. I've never been asked on a date by another dude. Like, I've never had another dude, like, try to say, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend. Like, I never had that.
Okay.
So,
what about you, Jason? Do you feel like that you could love two women at the same time?
I mean, from that stand, no, man. It's just no. Because what I keep thinking about is if it's like, okay, we'll say if with like 2 to 5 partners, like it's like, to be honest, man, it's the personality. Because you're going to have one person like, hey, I'm looking like all of them are going to be different. But it's like to be in a relationship consistently all the time, coming home from work or whatever I'm doing, and they are there, or they may be doing something, and there are times when we are all in the house together. Nah, man, I'm not feeling it.
But I'd like to add a clarifying statement.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I think we have to define what love is. and I think I speak for both of us, but correct me if I'm wrong. Love is not just a feeling, right?
No.
If I
No.
could I have the feeling of love toward multiple men? That's very possible.
Okay.
Could I perform the act of love for multiple men? I don't think I could do that. In the same way that I do for my husband, I don't think I could perform the act of love. Giving him my when I'm with my husband, we serve each other. One of the best pieces of marital advice we receive, and I tell people this all the time.
Yeah.
The best piece of marriage advice we have ever received is that if you strive to outserve one another, you will never go wrong. If I'm striving to outserve my husband, I don't have time for another man.
Okay. I like
So
that.
to me,
Keep
so to
going.
me, love has to be an action. It's an act of service.
Yeah.
And if you are not in particularly our marriage from a Christian perspective, if your love is not a total act of service to that other person, you leaving the door open for a lot to go wrong.
That's profound right there. I think that could be where a lot of stuff go wrong in relationships. But so it's interesting because y'all have only dated each other. And in my world, like from where I come from, like my roots and stuff, to me, that would sound so cliche, you know? Like, man, how do you know you really like them if you never been with nobody else? Or how do you know what you like? But not saying that I don't agree. I think that's beautiful at the same time because you haven't been, I would say, like poisoned by the world, you know? Because it's like once you get a taste of multiple things, it's kind of hard to just pick one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like you just get this overwhelming thirst, you know. So that probably play more into y'all favor than it play against y'all. But so Jason, do you feel like you love women or do you just love your wife?
I mean, for me, like, I feel like to me, I just love my wife. But one thing about it that's for certain is I think women are beautiful. But
Okay.
from a love standpoint, just based on what B was saying about her viewpoint as far as love, which I agree with it comes for one. It has to be one woman. It has to be her. And then also, I feel like if I was to be into it, like to doing that, it would just be lust. Like it really won't be love. It'll just be lust.
Okay. And
So
yeah. So do you think do you feel like that side of you is turned off, the lusting part?
yeah, because I mean, my thing is just you know, like I feel like it most definitely is, but it was just a projected like if I was to want to decide to have multiple women, I just don't see myself as like physically being able to have a thorough loving bondmanship with 5 women.
Okay. What about two?
Okay, my bad. 2 or more. So I
So
feel like that love, that I have a desire for a woman that I want to be with is just strictly one woman. Like I
yeah.
can't see that expanding to multiple women.
But I'll add something clarify. I think also when we talk about, the difference between love and lust, we also have to throw attraction in there, right? We're not saying that we're not attracted to other people,
Well,
right? We have
that's
we have
lust, ain't it?
conversations.
Well, is
Huh?
attraction different from lust?
I think so. Like
Lust
for
is like
me,
Yeah, I
sexual,
mean,
and attraction is
yeah,
yeah,
like
it's like
attraction is just like,
we talk.
man, they look real nice, but lust
Like
is just,
we can easily recognize, oh, somebody has a nice body,
oh,
somebody
okay.
looks attractive,
So
oh,
that's
she's
attract.
pretty, whatever. Like I can be attracted to a whole bunch of people,
Yeah.
whatever. But when I start thinking, oh, I want to have sex with that person,
Yeah.
that's where we start getting into the lust part of it.
So
Because for us, that's the sexual nature of it is sacred within our marriage. That's
right.
the piece for us from a Christian perspective. That's between a husband and his wife.
So are you? So you're saying you have to love a person to have sex with them?
For me personally,
Yeah.
I have only had sex with the person that I love. So
Yeah.
I don't have any other experience to add to it.
Right.
If my background, if my life experience was perhaps different, like
Yeah.
I said, I have never had another dude knock on my door and be like, "Hey, you up?" or text you up or say you
Yeah.
want to hook up or I have had no action from no other dude.
So
Like
what does
none.
that mean? Does that mean that because that didn't happen? Or are you saying like you wanted it that way?
I'm saying that because I did not have any other life experiences that presented itself,
Okay.
right? I don't have any experience. Nobody has ever
So you,
tried
so you
to.
didn't have to turn down nothing.
Yeah, so I didn't have to try to turn that. Now, if the situation was different, maybe it was a dude and maybe like say for instance, if I was in college and it was a dude and we hooked up or whatever, then my perspective might be different. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, but I'm saying you never really felt that pressure of a guy trying to like.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
That's what I'm saying. What about you, Jason? Have you ever had pressure, or was or better yet, was B the first person you tried to sleep with?
yes.
Okay.
But what I will say is there have been women, you know, throughout our relationship, and it was like one chick before I even met B, but like throughout our like, dating period and everything, like I've had women come on to me, but I never had a desire to want to take it to that step. So
And were they attractive?
a few of them, yeah.
Okay. But your faithfulness and loyalty to B kept you from pursuing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And would y'all say that y'all are like sexually like are y'all sexual people? Like is sex a big deal to y'all, or is that something that just happens here and there?
First of all, I think people lying when they say it just happened here and there. I think that's a lie.
Okay.
I think that's a lie. So, well, everybody feel the way. I'm gonna just say no. That is definitely something that we engage in.
Okay.
It's not just it's the fact that hey, yeah, we enjoy doing that. We enjoy like we love each other, and we like each other, but yeah, we enjoy like having sex with one another as well.
And I think that's an important thing that you all right, you need some more.
No, I'm good.
I think that's an important thing that Jason said, that we love each other and we like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are two different things.
Yeah, because usually one or the other. It's never both.
Sometimes you have people who they love each other, but they don't like each other. They don't like being around each other.
Yeah.
Or they like each other, but they haven't gone through the expression of that act of loving toward one another. And so with that, because we have only been with each other, number one, when it comes to sex, with our relationship, I think it's been that we got to figure it out together. Cause I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, the movies and stuff can paint it how you want to.
Uh-huh.
When you trying to do it for the first time, you don't know what you're doing. I don't care what age you are.
So
You don't know what you're doing.
how
I
old
don't know.
how old were y'all when y'all decided to share that together, have sex together?
Well, we 21 and 22. We're not 22. You was
I think
21.
so. Yeah, I think so. 21, 22, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we was like old.
Yeah. We wasn't that old, but we did wait. I mean, because we had been dating at that time since we were 15 to 16.
Okay.
No, 16, 17.
Well, 16, 17, whatever. So, I mean, we did wait for a while.
Yeah, we did.
But like I said, I think it's part of that process of figuring out what each other likes, what we don't like, figuring out the process together, being able to explore different things together. And that's all a very beautiful process.
Yes.
Okay.
And I would not, for me personally, I would not want to, I appreciate that I got to have that experience with him and with only him. Because I don't know,
Oh, keep going, my bad. What you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, I just appreciate that I got to have that experience with him and only him.
Yeah.
Because it's such a natural yet awkward thing. So
yeah, okay.
To be able to share that experience with somebody, I want to have that experience with somebody that I trust. That I trust my feelings with, that I trust my emotions with.
Yeah.
You know, that I feel like our relationship is secure because, you know, once you make that decision to go there, you can't take it back.
Yeah, I think, and you know, I'm so different from y'all. It's crazy because it's like shit is wild, but that's great though. Like that's great because like that's pure. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's pure. That's great. Like I'm glad I didn't know Jason when he was like younger because I would have been a bad influence. You know, and was it hard for you being like one woman guy and waiting to like, so did y'all wait to marriage or did y'all do it before marriage?
It was before marriage, but the thing about it, I just wanted to comment on what you said. It wouldn't have had that much influence, brother, because I had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one that was not sexually active.
So
at least like the few friends that I had, because at the time I was chilling with like a few friends on a regular basis at that time. So no, that was like the thing about them that I never understood.
Yeah.
And I kind of still don't understand to this day. And I've never done this to anybody who was a virgin, but like when they would always ask me like, man, you know what I'm saying, man, talk to her about it. Like they would kind of be really want me to push to do it. And I'm like, yo, it should like come.
Oh no.
Like she should want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like I feel like if I keep saying it, it kind of messes it up.
Nah. You wouldn't even have to worry about B. It would have just been a girl right there for you. Like it wouldn't even like, that's why I'm saying I'm glad it would have been a girl ready to go. You get what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't have been pushing her, like, but then you probably wouldn't have felt comfortable though. Maybe you wouldn't have felt comfortable.
No, but this is the thing with it. Okay, so now to reply to you, that's different. That never happened to me. But it was one time, it was one chick at a partner of mine. It was like one time I could have, because they was both trying to get with her, but I decided to leave. But this situation where you and I literally trying to like we're kicking it, and the girl is on the way. My thing is just like, man, I don't know nothing about this chick. I don't know who she is. I don't know how
Yeah.
she. Yeah,
Yeah.
that right there, I've been like, man, I don't know you, man. Like
Yeah.
doing that is kind of, yeah, I'm kind of
That's
just like,
nasty to you. Like you
it ain't.
innocent. You
It's
like
weird.
innocent.
It's
You got like an
it's like
innocence
this
to
is
you.
the thing. The thing about it is like me jumping and trying to really be all over her is like, leaving myself open. Like me just leaving my wallet or me leaving something in the open and kind of not expecting people to catch on to what's going on. With that, I'd have just been like, man, do you floss and brush your teeth? Like, do you bathe? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know you like that. Like, it's
You would have like if I
yeah.
would have made her take a shower, you would have felt better. Like what are you saying?
Bro, to be serious.
Like, I'm just
No,
trying to understand.
it ain't, dog, it ain't like that. I mean, but you see, you shouldn't have to make her. She should be keeping herself up.
So he's like, so you
But no,
say,
that's cool. All I'm saying is this: these are things that's coming in my mind as like a first time me laying eyes on you.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
not thinking
saying.
like, oh man, yeah,
Like you
it ain't
wasn't
like,
yo, like see, that's what I'm saying. Like you kept your innocence. Like I lost my
yeah,
innocence at an early age. So, I didn't have to per se love you to sleep with you. Like that never was a thing. Like maybe like when I was young, but like that went away fast. Like I
yeah.
don't know, it went away fast. But I remember being like that, like kind of nervous about it. But not even nervous about it as in like how you were, more like nervous about like if I don't do it the right way or something, or she gonna talk about me or something. Like it was more like that, not just being nervous of it or scared of like having a baby or something like that type of thing. But
But
would cheating be a deal breaker?
to me, it's yes.
Okay.
Because it's like I couldn't look at her the same.
Mm.
Like, and no matter how I try to put it behind and want to move forward, that thought is gonna always linger, and I don't feel like me constantly mentioning it and talking about it. And I might as well just go ahead and just end it.
Yeah.
So I'm not there like, oh yeah, you cheat on me, like we can work it out. I'm like, it's gonna take a lot that if I was to go that route. But
Yeah.
honestly, no, man, it wouldn't be. Mm.
What if she just be like, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing out on nothing. Like
Oh, that's all the more reason to leave. Like, go on ahead.
she
Don't call my
tripping.
phone no more.
She
Leave me
tripping.
alone.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I mean, with that response, that's how I would respond to it. It wouldn't be no, well, what did you find? What you need? Man,
Yeah.
I ain't doing all that.
But
I'm
see,
leaving. Like,
but
no.
see, that was always my mindset when coming into a relationship. Like I remember having being with a girl in high school and I was her first. She was my first. But I don't know if I was like her first until we broke up. I don't know. She wasn't my first until we broke up. But I felt like us transitioning from high school to college that we needed to break up so she could be with other people to know, just so I wouldn't like hold her down, like you needed to experience other dudes before you can say you just want to be tied down to this one dude. Like that was just my mindset. But I'm not saying that it's wrong or right. I mean, I'm sure she felt like I was wrong, but we didn't get back together. But I just, in my mind, I'd be like, how can you know if you only been with one person? But maybe that save you because you feel like you're not missing out on nothing. And your mind don't wonder because you haven't had, nothing but that one person.
Right. And the thing with that is just, and sometimes, like, see, with that, going out there being like, man, let me go and see, like, that's that's like a needle in a haystack, just as far as my mindset. I feel like going out there and, yeah, well, I've been with you for a minute. Hey, I feel like I want to go out there in the field and
I feel like
Feel like it's
for
in.
me though.
Okay.
huh?
Nah, go. I feel
Oh,
like B ain't said it in a while, so I'm gonna let her get.
Yeah, I had you.
yeah, we can shift it. It's cool. We can do that.
So I was gonna say, I feel like for me, I forgot what I was gonna say. What was the question? What were you talking about?
Should cheating be a deal breaker?
Okay, so number one, I feel like for me, it would depend, and this is why I said
Okay.
it.
Okay.
It would depend because many times when it comes to cheating,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you are in a secure relationship, I would consider our marriage to be very secure.
What does that mean? What does secure mean? Let's go there first.
Secure means that we trust each other. We are very open with each other. We communicate with one another.
Okay.
We respect each other. So I tell my husband all the time, I say, look, if you think you want to go out and cheat, tell me before you go out and do it. Because chances are you're not out there cheating just because, oh, she look good, because you ain't never did that. It's something going on in our marriage.
Oh.
Are we emotionally disconnected? Is it something that's going wrong? Is it something that I'm not catching? Was there an event that triggered another series of events that has led us to this point? Like, what is the reasoning behind why you want to cheat? Because if we can figure that part out, then we don't have to deal with the cheating part of it. If you at least tell me beforehand.
So not if he cheat, just as long as he warn you and then you can stop it. That's what you're saying? Or what are you saying if he actually cheat?
Well, I'm saying that I would prefer for him to tell me.
Okay.
But if he does not tell me and he does go out there and cheat, I'm not saying that that's a deal breaker.
So you open for him to be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, you been tripping these last 3 months, you know, and Shaniqua over there, she was ready, and she caught me at a bad time. You'll be willing to listen to that?
I'd be mad. Yeah, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be hurt. But I need to know more of the why this happened. Why did you feel like you needed to go do that instead of coming to talk to me?
Okay.
Like this marriage goes two ways.
Okay.
So I would want to know if you were led to cheat. I want to know if there was any responsibility on my part for anything that led to this decision.
Yeah.
I want to figure out what I need to do about that.
See, that's good, because a lot of women wouldn't probably want to take accountability.
Right. So I'm like, but now if I ain't do nothing wrong and I've been doing the same thing I've been doing.
And that's probably how you're going to feel anyway.
Yeah, like I've been cooking, I've been taking care of stuff, whatever. You just decided you just wanted something different. Like, that's a different story.
So you wouldn't deal with that?
Yeah, I'm probably less likely to deal with it if it's just no reasoning behind it. Like,
but you sound like the more forgiving one, though. It sounds like you just had a good chance of forgiveness.
Yeah, like I at least want to be open to hear.
Yeah.
Open to hear what's going on.
So
for me personally.
So to me, having a totally different experience from y'all, like I'm a faithful person, but before I became married, I could have sex and it didn't mean nothing to me. Like it was like a handshake. So it wouldn't necessarily mean that the woman I was with was doing something wrong. It just was something that happened.
And I mean, that casual sex is fine. Plenty of people do casual sex. That's fine. It just wasn't the right decision for us.
Right.
And I'm not knocking. Hey, if y'all want to go out there and have casual sex, that is your decision.
Yeah.
That is your decision. I'm not gonna sit up here and judge you for it. None of that. I just said it's not the right. It wasn't the thing for us because I couldn't for me myself, and I mean it's probably just because of our experience.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine trying to have casual sex with somebody else. Like I would be so nerdy. Like I would be so weird about it. Like
Okay.
I don't feel like
Well,
I feel like it would be so unnatural
you talking
for
about
me.
like in like cheating or just in regular like well y'all been with each other since y'all was like 15, you said?
Yeah, teenagers. Yeah,
Yeah, so y'all didn't even like y'all was just who y'all was with, basically. It
yeah,
wasn't no like dude. So all right, since cause to me it sounds like okay, it sounds like Jason is more of like a person that's just like that. Like it could have went some different ways for him. But for
mm-hmm.
you, it sounds like it was more like by default. Like if something
Yeah. I
did
would
come at
say
you, you don't really know how you really would have like handled it.
yes and no because
Okay.
true enough, yeah, like I said earlier, nobody else came across my path, so in a sense, it was kind of by default. But I say no because there were times where I was ready to break up with him. Like I was ready to go find me another man because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want this. Like I'm done. I'm tired. I'm not trying to do this. Like we had multiple points in our relationship where that happened. So
Yeah.
it could have if it had, but somehow we just kept finding our way back together and
Mm.
figured out how to work things out.
Yeah.
And, that's just kind of so I was on that tipping point. I was like, yo, if the right dude had came along at the right time,
See, that's what I'm saying, but
I,
that's what I'm saying.
I
That's what
don't
kind of
know.
made me say it's default
Yeah.
because you didn't have that part. Like, but maybe that was all in God's design. You never know. Maybe it was just,
Very
God was
true.
on Jason's side. Uh so would you I'm gonna ask this to Jason first. Would you no, I'm gonna ask this to you, B. Do you think an annual threesome would be okay?
I don't even want this drama.
That's drama?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, for us, it would be drama.
Why would it be drama?
For us, it would be drama. Cause I'm like, number one, we only know how to have sex with each other. Could you see two folks who only had sex with one another bumbling around trying to figure out how to have sex with somebody else?
Yeah, they would just join in.
How?
Huh?
So
How that work?
so
You
How
can you
that
can
work?
look up videos. It's multiple
nah, the
examples.
chick, no, the chick literally would have to be like bisexual
Of
for it to just
course.
like,
Of
yeah,
course.
that's the only way. But I mean, I agree with you, but I'm just saying based on what he's saying that's the only way. But I mean, I'm with you.
I'm talking about logistically.
Huh?
Logistically,
You
I'm talking
never
about
seen it acted
logistically.
out? You never seen it
No,
acted
I
out?
mean I have seen it happen in very TV whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying logistically and practically,
Uh,
like just knowing you got like two clumsy awkward people trying to have sex with like a video vixen or something. Like
it could be
I don't
it. I mean,
understand.
it ain't gotta. It could be. I don't know. But I'm saying. So you saying no because you feel like y'all too clumsy?
No, I'm saying it's too much drama. It's too
What's the
much.
drum? What's the drama part?
Just bringing another part. Well, number one,
Okay.
I think for me, I cannot. For me in our marriage, I cannot separate the sex from the marriage. So if I bring another person into our sex life, I'm also bringing another person into our marriage.
Okay. I respect that.
And that may not be other people's perspective. That's fine.
Hmm.
But I'm just saying, for me and my marriage, if I bring somebody else into our sex life, I'm bringing somebody else into our marriage. And to me, that disrupts the sanctity of what we have created.
So, due to the sanctity of your marriage, you're saying you wouldn't do it.
Right.
What about you, Jason? You feel the same way?
Honestly, man, I do. I feel like, because I mean, by us only being with one another,
Yeah.
then, and building that bond to where it is now, and then, each and every day is like getting stronger. But it's like to invite somebody in,
Yeah.
it's not just oh yeah, we're gonna just, we'll get with her, we'll sit with her, and then she out.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's gonna be beyond that.
But that's just like
What makes it beyond it?
I mean, it's a fact that sex would, like, to us, sex is not just something was like, oh yeah, we'll just bring her in, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do that, and then
Yeah.
that'll be it. Let's just say we was like, we'll try it one time. What if it ends up being something where she ends up coming into the picture and we are like sneaking around and we not really communicating? We kind of like going to other places. I may go to her house. Joy may sneak to go to her house or whatever. It's like it's shaking up.
Why you feel like that would happen? Do you think that would
No, I'm
happen?
just saying it. Like anything could happen. It don't have to
Yeah.
necessarily go like one way. Like I'm just saying that off the top. Like I know that bringing somebody in as like a fun chick or a third part, like I don't see the reason for doing it.
and
It's
I
not
Okay.
really like something that I want to engage in.
and I think
Go ahead.
the other thing is, for us,
Yeah.
sex is not purely physical. I know you have people who they rock their way, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But I think for us, sex is not purely physical.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
It's an emotional bond. It's a spiritual bond.
Yeah.
It is the way that we share intimacy with one another.
Hmm.
And I don't want to put our marriage in a situation where that is broken, because sex is a part of our marriage. It's not just this physical thing we do over here sometimes.
So you feel like
I
that would
mean,
be
it's
you feel like that would be inviting like a bad spirit onto y'all relationship?
I mean, sex is literally interwoven into
Yeah.
our marriage.
Yeah.
And so to bring somebody into it, into the sex part of it,
Yeah.
is bringing them into the marriage. And then, like Trisha said, anything could happen.
So you feel like
Anything
it
could
would
happen.
like taint y'all, like it'll make y'all be like sneaky or something after y'all.
But the thing that, like, what she's really saying with it is it's a very expanded based situation that could happen. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a huge risk to just go out there and just bring a chick into something that we have like
Yeah.
come together on, and we have like God as the head and everything. So to just have them just come in, like sex won't just be like how everybody else. Like there's some people who are swingers or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like to us, it's a much deeper thing than just a pure physical situation. Like I feel like it's more than that. And I feel like with that, it would really shake it up and turn it upside down. Like,
And I will also say this: sex is not it's not the foundation of our relationship either, though.
Yeah,
like it's not like we didn't start our relationship having sex.
Yeah.
So it's not like we looking for sex at every corner or whatever.
Yeah, like
sex is an important part
Yeah.
of how we continue to build our marriage and learn one another and grow with one another and all that kind of stuff. But our marriage is not solely dependent
Let's
On
see.
sex. Like you have some people who be like, oh man, the sex ain't good no more. I'ma just
You know what
go.
I'm saying?
You
I'm
know.
out.
Yeah. But
Well,
like for
yeah.
us, sex is not the end all be all for the marriage. The marriage is
So,
more than that.
so,
Sex is a component of the
if
marriage.
one of y'all made it to what a point to where you couldn't have sex with each other, both of y'all would be okay with not having sex no more for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I would say yeah.
Okay.
I mean, cause I mean it's alternative. I mean, I mean, not necessarily having sex with
Yeah,
other
I know what you're
people.
saying. I
You
know
know,
what you're
it's
saying.
ways to work around it. But yeah, like I'm definitely a person where like this is my husband. If there's a situation, let's say, heaven forbid, he's in an accident or something, whatever,
Yeah.
something happens, I am still in the business of out serving my husband because that's what we
Okay.
are supposed to do in this marriage.
So even if he couldn't get up, like you good, like
Yeah, I'm fine.
okay,
Because my biggest my
that's
biggest
strong.
concern my biggest concern is him and his well being. Sex is not the only thing to be
Right.
concerned with for us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or at least in my perspective.
No, I mean for me it would be the same thing. Like, the same thing. Like I don't wish nothing on you, but if there was a situation, I wouldn't just be like, I'm out, you on your own. Nah. If we're not able to, okay.
That's when it's time to get creative. You're going to figure something out.
But that
Right?
also but that also says like communication,
Yeah.
trust, and the true essence of the love
Mhm.
that we view as having. Like all
And
of
that's the
that.
thing.
That's the ultimate test.
Just because the sex might stop doesn't mean the love stops.
Right.
And that's the difference. When you have people equating sex with love, that's when you start getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So
I feel like y'all are definitely like equally yoked, like as close as being to equally yoked as you can be when it comes to like the sex part or like just like the sexual experience. Because I think it's rare for people to have the same sexual experience. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like y'all
yeah.
have the same sexual experience with each other, like not even like with one person and then coming together. Like y'all are y'all sexual experience. So that's amazing. Like I commend that. That's what's up. So so I guess it's more like it's not even like you don't have nothing to judge it off of. It just can get better each time. Or y'all can be like, this is what I like. I
Yeah.
don't like that. So I guess
Yeah.
that's like that's cool. So do y'all feel like you can have everything in one person? Because let me preface it.
Go ahead.
I've met women that talk to dudes for like, okay, you would have a girl that may be talking to 3 or 4 different dudes, right? But one dude is like very intellectual. So like he mentally stimulates her. But he's not like physically attractive to her. But she like his mind. Then you got the other dude that's physically attractive, but he's not so good with words, but she sleeps with him because he has good sex. And then she may even have another guy that can talk a little bit. He not that physically attractive, but he has money. Or like not even that he just got a lot of money, but he likes going out on dates, seeing things, doing things. Like he's a person she can go places with. And for a lot of women, I think when they get settled down with one man, they focus more on what the person lacks than what he has. But I know
I,
that's gonna be different for y'all because y'all only been with each other. But do you
Yeah.
get the point of the question though?
yeah, I think for me it's more of a question of not is this person everything I want them to be, but is this person everything I need them to be? I might want somebody who got $1 million job. I might want somebody who got a 6 pack and whatever.
But you need somebody who gonna really have your back, who really respect you and who's loyal to you.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, a chick like that, already, she's building situations of imbalance. So
And
she's gonna be all over the place anyway.
And I would say the one thing that I don't like, I'm not gonna say I don't like it when people say it, but I don't agree with it for myself. Like, I never say, oh, my husband completes me. He doesn't complete me. I don't need him to complete me. He can compliment me, but I don't need him to complete me, because I have to make sure that I'm whole myself. If we want to have a solid relationship, each one of us has to be our whole self in order to come together. Yeah. I can't look for a man to fill in pieces. I don't have no money. I need a man with a lot of money. Or I don't have this. I want my man to fill that. I'm going to have myself together. And then he can compliment. And one of the things that I love about our relationship is there are things that Tristan is, doggone it, I said your name. Anyway, there are things that
I'm talking about. He really be coming with these questions. He's forgetting. I ain't lying.
What I love about our relationship is that there are things that Jason is very strong in that I needed help with, and there are things that I'm strong in that he needed help with.
Yeah.
So we complemented each other in that aspect. But we had to do our own work in order to make sure ourselves were whole in that process.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I don't know if that answered your question.
Oh, nah. That's a good answer. That I can take that. I like when he said that she's in a situation of what she's building imbalances. But to me, like, okay, I gotta play the devil's advocate though. I feel like y'all are made for each other. Like y'all, but I feel like what y'all have is something very special. But at the same time, I feel like it wasn't tested hard enough. As in, like, for me, yes, I've been with different girls, but it's also being approached by girls that you find attractive, that it, like, I don't know, because I think I can't say, I don't know, it's hard to like put it in terms, because it's like I started off believing in like love and fairy tales and stuff like that, but not saying that Child's is a fairy tale, because it don't sound like it was a fairy tale. It sound like y'all had some ups and downs, but like the veil of like, oh, soulmate, this the person for me, like that got took out of my mind real quick growing up. So it was like I understood that you can, long as a person willing to work with you, you can down to make it work with anybody if they willing to make it work with you. But like, it's easier to be faithful or be like with one person when you not getting tested. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for somebody to be like, yeah, I'm faithful, yeah, I'm this, but who really coming at you?
I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
My gut reaction is more than one type of test. That's not the only type of test. Having somebody else come into the picture is not the only test of your relationship, the strength of your relationship, or who you need to be with.
Yeah.
We've had several, I think, our forms of test, if you will, have come in life circumstances.
Okay.
And how did we respond to one another? How do we support one another in those life circumstances?
Yeah.
If you have been there with me when I suffered through a depression,
mm-hmm.
a full-on depression when I didn't know it, when I was going through grad school, when I had a significant death in my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know where to turn, and I was in the darkest place of my life, and you stayed beside me. I
Yeah.
don't need another man to come into my life to test me to
Yeah.
see if he better than you. You see what
So
I'm saying?
that trauma that you went to and he helped you through that kind of bondage y'all? Is that
I
what you're
think
saying?
we've had several circumstances, several life circumstances between the two of us. Not just
Yeah.
that, but just between the two of us, where we have shown each other how we are willing to support one another and how we are willing to support this relationship,
Yeah.
and to what lengths we will go for one another. And we also tell people all the time, this is not just my husband or my wife, this is my best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And people say that all the time. But what does it really mean for your spouse to be your best friend? And if you were my best friend before we even had sex, before we even got engaged, before we even got married,
Yeah.
I don't need to see proof that another man is better than you, because I am sure there is another man that's out there that's better than my husband, just like it's another woman out there that's better than me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
chose this one though. I made a choice for this
Yeah.
one.
And I get that part. I'm saying that it wasn't tested by like for Jason, it sounded like he might have been tested a little bit. The way from what he done said, but from what you done said, like some men have a thing called game and you can't recognize it. It just sounds like being genuine. And they could have came and swooped in a time of when you was like, so and not saying that it had to be a time. It could have been a time where y'all just wasn't really together, but y'all was like some people. I know a person that's in a relationship, and this the only relationship he been in, but it's because he liked the girl and loved the girl just because she liked him. You get what I'm saying? Like he don't have nothing else to like hold it up to or compare it to, because that's who like him and he like her, and he just like the fact that somebody like him, and that's the person giving them attention. So it's like he just automatically feel like he's supposed to be with her because they both liking on each other. You get what I'm
But
saying? Like it's
yeah,
not like
I get,
like he didn't have to make a choice between this girl and that girl.
and I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying. But my response to it is, number one, why do I have to have that specific type of test
You
for
you
another
don't.
dude to come at me
You don't.
to
I'm not saying you.
know?
Yeah. I ain't saying that you need to have that to know. I'm saying that's a key difference between y'all, as in saying like you was more like nobody really like came up and like was trying me, so I can't really say, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that
Yeah.
part you can't really call it. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounded like it just worked out for the best for y'all, but it
Yeah, I
you get
can't
what I'm
call it, but
saying?
like, yeah, I get what you're saying, and it's still at the end of the day though, regardless of what kind of test it was, or if somebody came along, somebody didn't come along. Either way, we were gonna have to make a choice. Now, was that choice a little bit easier because nobody else came along? Yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, the choice still had to be made. And I could have chosen to not be with him like I wanted to. I could have. But what made the decision for me was because I was tapped into my relationship with God.
Okay.
That's the ultimate thing. I was tapped into my relationship with God, And I was literally in prayer, like, Lord, can I dump this dude? Like, I do not want to do it. Like,
So
just
what about
help
God?
me,
What about God made you choose him?
because God, I felt like God told me this is your husband and you need to figure it out. Like
Okay.
and I mean, I know that might sound strange to some people, but depending
Nah,
on your relationship with God,
God talk to.
oh
However you
yeah,
hear God, that's how you hear God.
yeah,
Okay.
I was literally pranked. Cause I mean, Jason just was not the type of dude I saw myself with long term, just not.
Okay.
And so I was just like, I'm ready to move on so I can find out who gonna be my husband. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. So Lord, you give me the okay.
Yeah.
This dude will be gone tomorrow. Well, really, he be gone today. Like I don't. And we talk about this all the time. And I said, I literally, like the Lord, literally had to sit down with me and be like, nope, this is the person who I have for you.
And that's how you felt too, Jason. Like this was ordained by God. Like God wanted B to be your wife.
No, definitely. I mean, that that was the full reason behind it. Because I mean, just like B was saying, we had a few mishaps with it looking like it was gonna go the opposite way. So yeah, most definitely, yeah.
And I mean, I guess that's kind of my other thing. I guess that's why the whole testing thing don't make sense to me as
Uh,
much because I'm like, I was prepared to make the choice. I was prepared to make the choice not to be with him.
yeah.
So I didn't feel like I needed to be tested to know he wasn't the one for me. I was convinced he wasn't the one for me. Like I
I
didn't need to
mean,
compare it to
I mean,
anybody.
yeah, but nah, I still gotta say, and when I say test,
He's like, yeah, no.
yeah, when I say test, I take away the word test, cause it's like not saying testing y'all relationship. I ain't saying that, cause that's what it sound like. That was like half of it test, but not just the fact that you saying you didn't have nobody. You can't do a hypothetical. Like you can't
No,
say,
I can't.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I and I'm not nobody to agree or disagree, but if you ask me, be like, nah, that's what it was, Not that's what it was, but that, like, nah, you can't really say because you don't know,
I don't know
you
what the
don't know.
alternative road
Because
would have looked like.
if you was that much ready to say nah, kick them to the curb, and it was just another person right there that seemed to be making you not mad and seemed to like, I feel like you would have did it. Cause
Yeah,
you get
probably.
what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
worked out how it was supposed to work out. Maybe there was a part of God plan and nobody else was right there to distract you. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and I mean, but that ain't no big deal. That's not me trying to invalidate y'all relationship or nothing like that. It's just a good talking point. Like it's not. I think what y'all have is special and probably a lot of people will never get the experience because they've already bit the apple, basically. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like I think that's I've never talked to anybody that had that type of experience, and it to me, because not most men, a lot of men are just sexually active, and I wouldn't even be able to understand how it feels to be with one woman. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even like that wouldn't register to me to be like,
Yeah.
nah. Um, it wouldn't register. Well, nah. So, all right, answer this then. So,
The
say,
man here.
say if, B came to you and was like, "Look, I want us to have a threesome with this lady," you'll be like, "No." Like she already cool with it. She done made her peace with it. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel? Would you like? How would you feel? What would you do?
My thing would just be like, nah.
Okay.
I would say nah. Like, cause it's like that's really my mindset and my thought on the situation. So it's like even though her and I on the same page, But if she like, hey, I've been talking to this girl and everything, and
Yeah.
I've been talking about her to you, and
Yeah.
it seemed like, she wanna get with, like, she seemed like she down. She was just like, yeah, I want to try something new. Let's do that. And I'm just like, hell no.
Because of your beliefs, like your Christian beliefs.
That just like, yeah, that's just my, like, I just look at it like, nah, because based on what we're saying, that's something I'm going to hold and just be like, nah, like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not inviting that person. I don't know the chick. I love what we have. What we have is special between you and I. I
Yeah.
don't need her. She can go on somewhere else. So
Yeah.
that'll just be the blunt of it.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm good.
And you good with that? You both
I'm
of
straight.
y'all are good with knowing that y'all will never sleep with nobody else. That y'all will never experience nobody else.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't really know
Y'all gonna
why I
take
would
it.
need
Y'all gonna
to.
take it to the grave. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Y'all can take it to the grave.
That's what's up, man. That's beautiful right there.
Grave.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. It's when you get older, of course, when you a kid, when you younger or something like that, you have like urges, and you may react on them or you may not. But
Yeah.
when you have somebody that, okay, you've had sex with and you're growing with, like, a lot of those things you think about as a child, like, your mindset tends to, like, go the opposite direction into being, like, wise and realizing that, hey, what I had, like, one is literally enough. Like, I don't have to overindulge in everything, and, like, it has to have meaning and it has to be a connection.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got to be looked at by more than just physical, man. Like, it's gotta have
Yeah.
a meaning.
Yeah.
So yeah, but nah, it ain't.
So you never watched porn and masturbated? Or you never did it?
Yeah, I watch porn. Yes, I have.
So so what is the connection with that? Like, where's the love and spirituality with that?
My thing was like, man, uh, yeah, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. I feel like if I masturbate and bust his nut, I'd be straight. Like,
It probably would be even better with a woman.
yeah, but what if at that moment in time she could be sick, she can be tired, she can be working. Like, it's a lot to
Yeah.
factor in. Like, what if cause like with me, like, by me being in the military, like, a lot of times my wife isn't with me.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that can be, yeah, so that can be times where it can just be like,
And
hey,
you're looking at another woman, or do y'all got like videos? Or like, are you looking at another woman when you achieve what you achieve?
we don't have video.
So you are looking at another woman like, dang.
I'm looking at another woman and I look at my wife too. So it's
But
both.
so,
No,
so what? Hello, what? What are you doing?
I said so it's both.
You looking at your wife and a woman?
Yeah, it's both,
So
literally.
kind of
Yeah.
like a threesome.
Kind of like a threesome? No. No. No, not like collectively all together, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, the situations where I've done that, it has been both.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I
But
wasn't saying together, no.
you will look at the video, achieve what you're trying to achieve, and you feel like that's different than that would be different than having actual sex with another person. Not saying like take away your relationship. I'm just saying like being with multiple women. I'm not saying like cheating in your marriage. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like it would definitely be a difference. Like, even though the situation, the way it's like structuring, it looks like it's not, but I feel like, to me, like, to have a thought or and like to have a image and you're reacting based on an image or a thought rather than a physical thing, I feel like there would be two totally different situations or endings. That's what I feel.
Because you would feel
So
connected to the person if you actually smashed the person you
it would
was watching.
it would be a total different thing. It's just like, okay, it's two totally different things if you're thinking about a pizza, whereas if you eat a pizza. Like one is just a
Nah,
figment
nah,
of your
nah,
no,
nah. You
I'm
can't
saying it
compare
like
that.
that. Like it's
You can't
you can't
compare
compare that.
because
Okay.
both what you're looking at, like what you're doing is achieving the same outcome as in something comes out, ejaculation. You can't, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You
okay,
can't
yeah.
look at a pizza and get full. You get what I'm saying?
Right, but what I was linking, well, I was leaning on to the fact that one is just like, even though the outcome is the ejaculation part, but
Mm-hmm.
the ejaculation part based on the thought, based on the imagination
Mm-hmm.
to get to that point. Whereas with the physical, getting to that point as well. Like one is just solely based on mental and mindset rather than physicality,
But
even though it's the same outcome.
isn't that what y'all say anyway? That y'all sex is based off of mental and all this other stuff, right? Like it's not based on the physical, right?
I mean, that is one of the key things. But I mean, if it's masturbation, then yeah, is mental. I mean, you think about the person and you are like a person get aroused. Like it's not physical. Like it's not no. You're not having a partner there with you to engage. So if you're masturbating, it's going to be mental.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, but to say is our like with our marriage, is it mental? Yeah, mentality plays a huge part. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. And I'm really trolling you right now, but I would,
No, you ain't bothering me
I would
because
have
I'm
kept
just you
going.
straight.
I would keep going.
I'm quite sure you are, and I would have kept on the fact that like, dude, this is mental. Like you
But
can't just say
I,
that when
I've
people
heard,
masturbate, it ain't mental.
I've heard that even thinking about it is a sin, right? Like if you even think
Yeah,
about committing a sin, that's a sin, right?
yeah,
Is that true?
yeah, it is. Yeah,
So
yeah.
looking at a porn video of another woman, wouldn't that be the same thing in a way?
I mean, well, I definitely wouldn't say that God would be pleased with me watching it. No, I can't sit there and lie about that.
Yeah.
So, but I can tell you that yes, I am a believer in the teachers of Christianity, but I can say that I have sinned and fallen short.
Bet, bet. And I'm at least you could say that though. Like, I thought you was gonna try to defend
But
it.
how? I mean, but how could I lie? I mean, it's right there. Like I can't see like, oh
That's
yeah,
that's
no,
that's
like
how I feel when you say that if I brought you a girl, you would be like, nah, do she take baths? Do she do this? And I'm like, but she right here.
no. But this
You
is,
get what I'm saying?
but no. That what I'm saying is those are thoughts that go through your mind. Like I don't know a
So
person. If I was to come to your residence with somebody you and your family have never seen, you're gonna kind of not be like, oh, do they bathe? But you're gonna be like, who is that
I'm
coming
talking
with
about like
bacon?
in your younger day. I ain't talking about like now. That is weird as hell. I did that
I'm
now.
just saying
Like
overall.
16, like we was horny as
Yeah,
hell at 16. I know I was.
yeah, but I mean, like, but are you gonna react to every urge that you have in life, or are you gonna sit back and just be like,
Mm.
is it? Because I mean, for me,
So for
yeah, I mean, but just to say that you 16
yeah.
doesn't really account for that. That's everybody who's 16 don't really react that way. It's just based on what you have been exposed to,
Yeah.
and then that can trigger your mind into wanting to do that.
So
But
you
if you see
wasn't
a
watching
chick,
porn when you were 16?
no,
So you didn't watch porn. When did you start watching porn?
I was like 20.
Oh yeah, you a whole different breed then. That's different. Yeah, I can't, yeah, of course. Of course. Watching porn at like 13, I was tripping. So mine messed up at a young age. So
But yeah, but at the same time, like it was what you was exposed. Like you was, it wasn't based on your age. It was based on your exposure at the time of your age.
yeah, I guess so, man.
Because
I
that
guess
plays
it
a role.
yeah, yeah. I'm not saying that's like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
I mean, I'm not like we just having a conversation like
yeah,
between me, you, and B.
I'm
yeah.
So
just sitting over here
I
watching.
mean, we just like so.
I'm
What you're
doing that.
saying, what you're saying is, I totally and fully like respect like what you're saying. Like, okay, you say you're a Christian, you do this, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not. I never said I was a perfect man or a
Nah,
perfect
I ain't trying to
anything
judge
wrong
your
with it.
Christian.
Yeah,
Your
like yeah,
Christian.
I'm just putting it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you are
I'm trying
actually
I'm
doing it
trying to
wrong. Yeah,
understand.
I'm just saying.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see where does it cut off at. Cause like,
Okay.
to me, hearing what y'all saying, it sound like y'all are more like y'all just experienced each other and that's the only experience y'all have. But y'all in y'all world, that's the only experience y'all need. And there's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just really doing it for the audience and then some of my understanding too. Like, cause for me, it was just like, in my mind, it was more like, let me get this out of my system before I settle down. But it's like you never had nothing to get out your system. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I need to do me for a little while before I just settle down. You know what I'm
Yeah. And then
saying?
the thing
Live a
of
little and
yeah.
then, but that don't have to be a part of everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? That maybe that was just an addiction that I had to conquer. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
And then and it's like with that situation, it's like, no one really goes out on a whim like B and I just saying, oh yeah, our first gonna be our everything. It's just, there was like a personality and traits that was in her that I really enjoy and I love to see, as well as me with her. And it wasn't just like the whole 16, 17-year old, oh yeah, she fine, this and that. Nah, it was just the fact that, oh wow, like before I met her, I had like a temper and I always wanted people to argue. But she was patient, you
Okay.
know, she didn't react the way I reacted. So to me, that was different. So it was a lot of traits that she had at a young age because she was wise at a young age that
Yeah.
I was just like, I know I could find in someone, but it would be so many attempts at trying to duplicate that. So it was a lot along the way. And then it was just like, yeah, man, there's somebody I wanna be with, because it was just that, like, just the fact that we can communicate, and the fact that she was just real patient, like, and I was the one who was just always quick tempered. It was different. Like
Mm.
it was something I never seen. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I say by the way y'all did things, y'all kept the world around y'all small. And that's good because it could be the other way around and you can make the world kind of too big for you to just choose something like I've been saying. So I think what y'all did was beautiful. Like, I think y'all did it the way most people would say you supposed to, in a way. So I ain't,
yeah,
uh
yeah.
did I get all my questions out? Is it
I think you made up some questions along the
Nah,
way.
nah, man. Man, I'm looking at them, man. It's crazy. I'm looking at them. And the way y'all was answering them, y'all was already hitting questions like that I already had. Like it kind of like y'all just went into it. So I just had to like make sure. But yeah, some of them like the porn questions, of course. Um, man,
No, yeah,
look,
that one
that
definitely
was
came off
definitely
top.
off top, but because it's like once you said that, once I thought about that, I'm like, if you watch porn, then because I'm sure you gotta type in, you gotta type in what you want to see. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
literally gotta
so
go to the
you,
search and
so
manually type it in.
I'm
You'll
sure
see.
you typing in like big booty, something, something, something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure. So it's like, but I feel like you just have that
Yeah.
self control. Like, okay, I can watch it, but I don't have to like physically do it. This is just getting me through until I get back to, it's just a hard night tonight. So I gotta get it how I live. So I feel it.
Yeah, it be. I mean, but that's the way that it has to be. It's just like
Yeah.
it can be not only that. It's a few other situations where it's like, okay, like whether you're a person that listens to music or something like that, like you gonna really react to what you hear, or do you just listen to it just for entertainment purpose? So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like, yeah, it's like, or if you watch a movie or something like that, and it's like a thriller or a highly action based movie, like you're gonna go out there and just you gonna rob somebody and attack them because of something you seen in the movie. So it's
Nah, I mean, I get what you saying, but I'm saying
yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
that person
I'm just
came through that
saying, like,
screen while you was already in the act, you feel like you'll be like, nah, even though that'll never happen. So it don't even matter. You ain't even gotta answer that. But that's what's going on in my mind. Like you looking at a person that you would smash. That's how I'm looking at it. You get what I'm saying? Though? Like you looking at a person that you would have sex with.
you talking about based on the porn site,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like in your mind, like not
Yeah.
physically being present in the same room, in the same
Yeah,
setting.
but I'm saying you looking at a person that you would have sex with, and like in my mind, that's like that's just a person you would have sex with. But then you would say that, but for you to actually go through with it, it would take more other things to happen than just them being a person you physically attracted to.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's just what you said. Like that's like, man, I'm trying to get through this moment. You
Yeah,
know, yeah, it's more lines of that.
and
Not just
and
yeah.
I must say, if we had to go off of like a scale, I would give you like a 8 of how much I believe you. I give you an 8. I couldn't give you the full 10, but I give you that 8 just because that's the only person you've been with. So I give you that 8, and that's high. You know what I'm saying? That's more than 50%.
I,
But
I was
it
I
don't
was
even
I was
matter who I am because I ain't
I was
nobody.
like
But I give you that
I was
8,
like
bro.
that's high. I was gonna say that was high. But I'm fully aware of that based on the questioning and how we've been having the communication. I mean, I knew you weren't gonna give me no 10, but that's
Yeah, 8, bro.
I mean,
I
but
feel like an 8 solid as hell.
I ain't saying nothing wrong with the 8. I'm just saying I know that I ain't gonna get a 10, but at the
Yeah,
same time, I ain't like, man, why you gonna give me no 10? It just, man, that's how you feel.
that's how I
You just
feel.
like you feel like, hey, that, and you're like based on your thought process that it wasn't a lot with our relationship of like a tremendous amount of exposure for it to be categorized as a 10. So I was like, hey, cool.
Yeah, and
It would have been,
I'm not saying it
it's all
like
good.
don't walk away from this thinking that I don't think y'all relationship hasn't been tested. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I
Man,
I'm saying y'all sexual urges haven't been tested. I will say if y'all even if y'all didn't feel like I do feel like y'all sexual urges haven't been tested. But maybe it have. But I feel like y'all sexual urges
for
haven't been
me.
tested. But I feel like that's a good thing. And that's just the way y'all life went. And that's a great thing for y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that as a negative,
Yeah.
but
No, I mean we didn't really take it. I mean we're just taking it as we just having dialogue.
yeah, yeah. I feel
So
like,
yeah, we just
yeah,
Or, like we're not like getting real defensive and personal about it. No, it's just a conversation. So it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Um, anything that y'all want to put out there before I let y'all go?
Hey, we just appreciate the time. for us to do this. I mean, looking forward to doing it again sometime in the future.
Okay, then. Yeah.
We really appreciate it, you having us, and this was a great dialogue, very interesting dialogue,
Yeah.
but, definitely enjoyed it, and, looking forward to coming back.
Man, I love it.